Hello and welcome to this lesson on health and disease, risk factors, and lifestyle. By the time you finish this video, you should be able to define health in terms of physical, mental, and social well-being, compare communicable and non-communicable diseases, identify risk factors that contribute to disease development. Think of your health like a three-legged stool where physical, mental, and social well-being all work together to keep you steady. While we often prioritize how our bodies look or perform, the reality is that health includes three important aspects: physical, mental, and social well-being. It's a common misconception that being fit equals being healthy, but a person can be physically healthy but still experience poor mental health or lack social support. You have to see the big picture because your mood, your relationships, and your physical energy all feed into one another. It's important to recognize that all these aspects are interconnected and contribute to overall health, meaning that taking care of your mind and your friendships is just as vital as taking care of your body. As we can see, there are various pathways through which communicable diseases move between individuals. Different types of pathogens, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi, can surround and infect people. Once a pathogen enters the body, it can multiply and spread to others, leading to disease transmission within a community. There are several ways these pathogens spread. Some diseases spread through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. This is called airborne transmission. Other diseases spread through direct contact, such as touching, handshakes, or contact with infected surfaces. So remember, communicable diseases are caused by microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. These diseases can spread from person to person through contact, air, or even insects. Examples include diseases like the flu, HIV, and malaria, which are spread by different types of pathogens. Here, we can see how non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, develop because of lifestyle and environmental factors rather than infections. Unlike communicable diseases, these conditions are not caused by pathogens, so they cannot spread from one person to another. On the left, the visual identifies several primary risk factors: smoking, a poor diet, alcohol use, and a lack of physical activity. These habits can gradually take a toll on the body, setting the stage for serious health issues later in life. At the heart of the diagram, the central figure illustrates the long-term impact of these behaviors. Arrows lead from these risks to specific NCDs on the right, such as heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Because diseases like cancer and heart disease are not infectious, they are often the result of long-term habits. They tend to be chronic, lasting for many years and requiring ongoing management. Ultimately, this diagram serves as a reminder that our daily choices are powerful. By adopting healthier habits now, we can significantly lower the risk of facing these serious conditions in the future. Certain risk factors can increase the chance of developing diseases over time. Things like smoking, unhealthy eating habits, and stress can slowly damage the body and affect overall health. Smoking can harm the lungs and heart, increasing the risk of lung cancer and heart disease. Poor diet, especially eating too much sugary or fatty food, can lead to obesity and diabetes. Stress is also an important factor because long-term stress can put pressure on the heart and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. These examples remind us that everyday lifestyle choices can have a major impact on long-term health. Here, we can see a person surrounded by different pathogens while the immune system is weakened. Normally, immune cells help protect the body by fighting off harmful microorganisms. But when the immune system becomes weak, it becomes much harder for the body to defend itself properly. This means the person becomes more susceptible to infections. In other words, they are more likely to catch diseases because the body's protection is lower. You can also see at the bottom that strong immunity gives better protection, while weak immunity increases the risk of infection and disease. To conclude, maintaining good health involves making positive lifestyle choices every day. As we can see, Unhealthy habits such as smoking, poor diet, stress, and alcohol consumption can increase the risk of disease and gradually damage the body over time. On the other hand, healthy lifestyle choices such as eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, managing stress properly, and avoiding harmful substances can greatly improve overall health. These habits help strengthen the immune system, lower the risk of disease, and support both physical and mental well-being. This also reminds us that good health is not just about avoiding illness. It is about taking care of the body and mind consistently through healthy daily choices. By understanding risk factors and making healthier decisions, people can reduce their chances of developing disease and improve their overall quality of life in the long term. Let's dive into some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try it yourself. Let's begin with question number 1. Explain what is meant by health. Health is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being, not just the absence of disease. This means a person may appear physically healthy, but can still be unhealthy if they experience poor mental health or lack social support. Question number 2. State one difference between communicable and non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are caused by pathogens and can spread from one person to another, whereas non-communicable diseases are not infectious and cannot be passed between individuals. Question number 3. Explain how smoking increases the risk of disease. Smoking contains harmful chemicals such as tar and nicotine that damage the lungs, heart, and blood vessels. This increases the risk of diseases such as lung cancer, respiratory disease, and cardiovascular disease. Question number 4. How does a weakened immune system affect disease susceptibility? A weakened immune system makes it more difficult for the body to fight off pathogens such as bacteria and viruses. This increases a person's susceptibility to infections because the immune system cannot respond as effectively. As a result, the person is more likely to develop additional diseases and illnesses.